There are two groups of clients in the Stryker litigation that are sort of left out, so to speak, of the settlement program. And I want to talk to those clients and about those clients right now. The first group would be those people who have actually had a revision surgery, but the revision surgery occurred after November the 3rd, 2014. In negotiating this deal with Stryker, they were adamant that they wanted a cutoff date beyond which people who had revision surgery would not be included in this settlement program. That date was ultimately decided to be November the 3rd of 2014. So unfortunately, for those folks who ended up having revision surgery after November the 3rd, 2014, you are not entitled to compensation in this settlement. What does that mean for those folks? I've had clients that are in that category call me and say, does that mean you're going to quit on my case? Of course not. We're not going to quit on your case. We fully anticipate that once the dust settles and this settlement program has been implemented and these clients get paid, that Stryker will realize they have to deal with this other group of folks. Because just because you were revised after November the 3rd, 2014 doesn't mean you're any less deserving or any less qualified to have a really good case than somebody that was revised a week before you, before November the 3rd of 2014. So we fully anticipate Stryker will deal with that group of folks when the time comes. I'm sure your next question is, well, when is that time? And I wish I could tell you. I cannot tell you right now, and I don't even want to predict because I don't have anything to base a prediction on. As soon as we can get Stryker to pay attention to that group of folks, we will. And I'm sure the court's interested in those people, the mediator's interested in those people, and the plaintiff's lawyers who represent those folks are interested in getting those people some sort of justice, similar to what the folks that were revised before November the 3rd, 2014 are able to enjoy now. The second group of people are those people that are not revised yet. This settlement program excluded from compensation anybody who had not undergone a revision surgery, except for one very limited exception. That exception was for people that needed a revision surgery but were unable to have one because of some significant collateral health problem. For example, your heart was too weak to undergo the revision surgery, or you were on a blood thinner after having stents placed in your heart. So the surgeon would not do a revision surgery on you while you're on blood thinners. One of those circumstances. But other than that, which is a very limited set of circumstances, there are folks who have the product in place and they have not had revision yet. Some of those people are doing fine. Some of those people are not doing fine, but have just put revision off. Some of those people are not doing fine and they can't have revision because of financial problems. They can't take the time off of work. There's any number of reasons people have not had revision surgery. What is going to happen with that group of folks? Well, according to in the court anyway, the court is going to allow the case, if it's filed, to remain pending for 1 year from the date of the settlement, which is November the 3rd, 2014. So it'll be November 3rd, 2015. At that time, if the client remains unrevised, the court's going to dismiss the case without prejudice, which means that if and when the client is ever revised, the client can subsequently file the case and you'll have a case just like everybody else had a case. So those are the two groups of people that seem to be a little bit left out in this settlement deal. It's unfortunate, but the settlement does capture the vast majority of people who had one of these devices put in them who are not doing well. Either they've had revision or they need revision and can't have it. The rest of the group, the unrevised people as to date, and the people that are scheduled for revision or had revision after November the 3rd, when the time comes, I believe that Stryker will ultimately be forced to address that group of folks. Again, I can't say when that will be. But that's sort of the wrap-up of those folks. Everybody else that's in the case knows what's going on in the settlement, knows what's going on. That's the wrap-up for the folks who don't qualify for the settlement at this time.